Hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good evening. Welcome to this evening's newscast on Kaieteur Radio. I am Kevin Smith. Let's get to the news in detail. Guyana on Thursday lodged a complaint with the UN over the hurdles being faced by developing countries, itself included, in accessing COVID-19 vaccines at an affordable cost. This was in addition to calling out the developed community for failing to provide a committed $100 billion for climate finance by 2020. The admonishment was given by Senior Minister with responsibility for finance in the Office of the President, Dr. Ashni Singh. Dr. Singh has since lamented the hurdles being faced by small island developing states in accessing concessional financing to meet their development needs, especially in light of the targets set by the developed countries. To this end, Dr. Singh was adamant that this must be remedied urgently. Meanwhile, an ExxonMobil contractor supporting the Stabroek Block operations has been given the green light to expand its Guyana footprint. Houston-based Schlumberger has since filed for and received the necessary approvals from the EPA for a source storage and calibration facility, which will prepare downhole tools that are used during well drilling, completion, and interventions. The new infrastructure would be installed at Schlumberger's offshore services base at East Bank Demerara and includes a liquid mud plant, dry bulk area, and workshop. According to the document submitted to the EPA, construction would take around 4 months to be completed. And now let's tell you, sugar workers attached to the Eidflood estate on the west coast of Demerara today downed their tools to stage a picketing exercise, calling on Kaieteur to resume wage and salary talks for the period 2019 to 2021. Gawu, in a public missive on the escalating issue, indicated that when the two bodies last met to address the issue last month, there was an unambiguous understanding that the corporation would inform the union of its position by the end of March 2021, but this was never done. According to Gawu, the union, having not heard from the sugar company on April 9, 2021, wrote to the corporation seeking clarification. Gawu noted, however, that this correspondence is yet to be acknowledged. To this end, the workers held that Kaieteur was disrespectful to them and the union. In other news, Minister of Public Service Sonia Parag is encouraging Guyanese to take advantage of the 20,000 scholarships being offered through the Ministry of Public Service. Minister Parag, who was at the time speaking on NCN's Guyana's Today program on Tuesday, said this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity simply because of the attractiveness of the scholarship package. She indicated that the 20,000 scholarships will not just give Guyanese an education, but that it will help develop the country's human resource capacity. This, she said, is in keeping with the need for modern society, while adding that the Public Service Ministry and the Ministry of Education are integral to the process. And moving on, even though the PPPC administration broke the back of its monopoly over the telecommunications market, Atlantic Telenetworks Inc., or ATN, the US-based parent company of the GTT, is of the impression that its June 18, 1990 license is still intact and therefore gives it exclusive rights over domestic, fixed, and international voice and data services. Should its contract be involuntarily terminated, it may challenge the government for compensation. ATN noted this much in its latest financial filings with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. In that document, which was perused by Kaieteur, ATN made it clear that it has a license from the government of Guyana, which allows it to be the exclusive provider of domestic, fixed, and international voice and data services. Now let's tell you, in a missive dated April 9, 2021, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Health, Malcolm Watkins, officially informed nurses who are currently engaged in industrial action at the Linden Hospital complex that their salaries will be cut for the days they were absent from duty. In one of the correspondences, the nurse's salary will be cut for 19 days. She said that those were all the days she was protesting. It has been close to 2 months that the nurses have been protesting for the removal of CEO of the hospital, Rudy Small. And in other news, a rank attached to Kanu was yesterday caught on camera assaulting a Lethem businessman with a high-powered rifle, with the unit last evening issuing a press release stating that its ranks need additional training in dealing with what it referred to as civilian agitation. The assault incident reportedly took place sometime after 12 hours in the compound of GRA office in Latham in Region 9. The businessman, Lyndon Franklin, was reportedly detained after GRA and KANU had caught him with smuggled liquor in his home at Tabuchinga, Latham. And to wrap things up, Vice President Dr. Bharat Jagdeo this past week briefly outlined his vision for the country as an emerging oil and gas economy and has spelled out the need for the construction of critical supporting infrastructure. One such critical piece of infrastructure, according to the Vice President, is the yet-to-be-completed $150 million upgrade to the Chetty Jagan International Airport. Dr. Jagdeo disclosed that as part of his PPPC vision for the new Guyana economy, there would be a build-up of up to 12 lanes of roadway leading away from the central airport, stretching to Essequibo and Berbice. This, he said, is in order to complement the existing network of highways and roads. And with that, we've come to the end of this evening's newscast. I am Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.
It is now 19 hours 9 in Guyana. Coming up next, the publisher of the Kaieteur News, Dr. Glenn Lal, speaks on the oil and gas sector in Guyana, but more specifically, what is royalty?